So I recently picked up this 2021 Honda Civic Type R. We're actually giving this thing away to one of you guys. If you're watching this right now, you probably have just a little under 2 weeks to get entered to win this thing. Every $5 you spend on theboostedboys.com gets you automatically entered for a chance to win this Honda Civic Type R right here. Right now it is currently stock, but you guys know us, we can't leave things stock for too long. So if you look right down here, we got ourselves some goodies that we are going to be putting onto the Civic Type R. We have a lot more where these came from, and day by day we're going to be slowly upgrading this thing until it is a full bolt-on ripper. But for today we're going to focus on a couple things that we got here. So these components came from PRL. If you look right over here, this is their high volume intake system. And then more importantly, we got this unit right here. This is PRL's aftermarket high volume intercooler for the Honda Civic Type R. And just look at these freaking billet intakes on here, guys. This thing is a very nice piece. This alone is just bolt-on horsepower. It will decrease the intake air temperatures by an average of like 32 degrees and a peak of almost 50 degrees. And overall, it's just gonna be a much better piece to have over the OEM intercooler. I've heard that these Type Rs have some heat soaking problems, especially when you're running them hard at the track and stuff like that. So this intercooler will help a ton with that, because it's also a safety risk. If you start running it too hard and your intake temps start climbing and you're on pump gas, you can actually risk detonation on pump fuel. So this will actually help with all of that as well, help increase performance, engine safety, all that good stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and start working on the Type R here, doing our first mods, get this bumper pulled off and get to installing our intercooler today. We'll see if we get to the intake stuff as well, but we'll take it piece by piece. All right, guys, got the old intercooler off right here. I'm getting rid of that old thing, and we got this fresh new PRL one going on. I saw some comments on the Plaidessey video saying how far we've come from 3-part intercooler series to doing a whole build in one video. So I appreciate that, guys. And this one's already ready to rip. You guys don't have to wait for me to put this thing together. We don't got to machine all these fancy billet intakes. It's just ready to go. Super straightforward. It just has 4 bolts holding it on. And it was really simple to do. Just pull the bumper off, zip that one off, and replace it. Instant horsepower. So we'll go ahead and get this one on, and that will be our Honda Civic Type R upgrade for today. All right, guys, we got the new PRL intercooler installed on the Civic Type R here. I'll make this quick. We do have a couple new things on the site. You guys can grab something off the website to get entered to win this thing. You guys look right here, I'm wearing a white shirt. We usually don't do white shirts because I'm always working in the shop. We get them so dirty, but we came out with a couple white designs. So we got the Boosted Boys on the front, Boosted Boys on the back with the Turb. We also got the missing 3rd gear shirt. If found, please contact me. And then for those of you that don't want to get chewed out by your girlfriend or significant other for wearing a nice shirt while you're working, we have, this is my work shirt right here, a t-shirt that you can just grab, tear up, get stuff done. We have our hoodies restocked as well, and we have all of the old designs on the website. We have some new stickers here as well. We got the entire fleet basically right here. We got the Plaidessey MR2 Wago, the Hat Shooting Fire, the NSX, the Jet Boat, and some of our other stickers as well. Wyatt's trucks in there. We got some new koozies as well. As always, we got our little turbo keychains. We got a little shifter keychain and a piston keychain. We got some new air fresheners as well, just some simple Turb skis and some updated Boosted Boys air fresheners as well. And then our hats, sun hat. We got these trucker hats in stock as well. Ton more on the website. Be sure to check it out. Every $5 you spend on theboostedboys.com gets you a chance to win this Civic Type R right here. That should be what I need right there.
Yeah, with a big box shirts too.
I'm more interested in that guy right there.
What's in there?
The unit to fix this thing over here, hopefully. You see what that is in there?
That's the Tesla?
Yeah.
That y'all had out there?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, y'all crazy, man. This is insane, man. That's crazy, man. God damn.
All right, guys, UPS just showed up, and in this box right here should hopefully be the solution to the Plaidessey's air suspension issue, why we can't go over 91 miles an hour. We had our friends from the Electrified Garage come over and help us diagnose the car here, and we traced things down to the air suspension module, and we got a brand new one right here, and we are going to be plugging this one in, and hopefully that will fix our issue, and we can finally go over 91 miles an hour. And the Plaidessey here will have all of the drag mode features back. We'll have the track mode features back. Just we'll be able to rip on this thing because this has been limiting us, and finally got it. So hopefully this one does the trick.
Well, that's disappointing.
Well, guys, got some bad news. We definitely just got sold a ECU that was out of like a flood car.
It was definitely used as a boat anchor.
Dude. Oh, we cannot catch a break, dude. So I was about to go plug this thing in. I noticed the plugs looked a little corroded, and I was like, what the heck? Like, you can kind of see like this green stuff on top of them, and I looked in there, they looked kind of dirty. I was like, what the heck's going on? So popped the cover off, and that's what we got inside of there. Completely destroyed. Look at that. That was definitely underwater. Probably came out of a flooded Tesla or something. I just got this on eBay as a used part. Everything's like, oh, it should be in working order. Yeah, right, dude. They definitely didn't even care to inspect this thing.
That's pretty messed up, dude.
Yeah, so that freaking sucks because the Plaidessey videos are ripping right now. Obviously, we want to get this thing up and going just to go have fun with it and make content for you guys with it. This set me back a week as is. I was waiting for this to show up from California, and I thought for sure that this would fix it, but obviously I'm not even going to attempt to plug that in.
Sure you don't want to try it?
That's probably going to fry a lot more things than, you know, we got going on right now. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to go ahead and order another one. Hopefully they refund me on this one because, I mean, dude, that's just... No one looked at that, obviously. That is done. So, is what it is, guys. I guess I'll go try to track down another one and go from there. So that freaking sucks. Alright guys, UPS just showed up and we have our second module that we have had to order for the Tesla or Plaidessey, Odyssey, whatever it is now. But hopefully this fixes it, because if it doesn't, we're gonna be in big trouble. So I got the new module pulled apart just to make sure that it wasn't underwater like the other one, and it is looking good. So just for comparison, this is what that other one looked like once again. Oh. This one is crusty, and I'm glad we did not plug this in because that would have really messed some stuff up. 100% this thing was underwater at some point. So luckily, they gave me a refund. I sent them pictures, and they're like, yeah, that thing's trash. Gave me a refund. So that's done and dealt with, but we got our new one in. I'm gonna go ahead and snap this cover back on. We're gonna turn off the car, kind of reset everything, plug the new one in, and see if it reacts to this new one being plugged in. But there's a good chance that even after we plug this in, that might not fix it right away. We might have to actually bring this thing back up to the Unplugged Performance guys, and they might have to actually run through it, send out some reinstall firmware to get the car familiar with the new hardware going in there, things like that. So it might not just be a plug it in and it's fixed sort of deal. But they did say if we plug this thing in, it might start to try to work, or it could just fix it. We don't know. So plug it in and see what happens. All right, just got the new module plugged in. Go ahead and plug everything back in, power it on, see if anything happens. It's making noises again. Well, it still says air suspension unavailable. Hold on, last time we were on this screen though, all of the bags were red and the compressor was red.
Yep.
Now it's just showing a little red square right there. That might be something to do with the module itself. Okay, so right now it says ECU issue. It says everything else is okay, but it's detecting something's wrong with the ECU we just plugged in. Oh, it has an alert right here. I don't know if that's, it says crash event. So that might be within that computer saying that, because it probably came out of a wrecked car, the one I ordered on eBay, so it has a code in that ECU on the air suspension that it had a crash event. So maybe that needs to be reset and then it will work. I'm gonna call them real quick.
Yeah.
I'm up bright and early, got the Plaidessey all loaded up here because I'm getting ready to head up to Ocala to the electrified garage to see if we can finally get this thing fixed and ripping again, because we need this to work. I'm very confident that the module itself was the fix, because now we have all sensors reading, and we did not have that before on the old one. So the old codes that were the issue are gone. Now the only thing we have left is the mismatched chassis and the crash event, and we're thinking the main one is the crash event because that computer was obviously in a wrecked car, has that crash event on there, and it's saying that we have to do a air suspension routine service or routine kind of check. Like it has to run this little check on all of the air suspension to make sure everything is working right, and that's something that we can't do ourselves with the car. You have to have the software on the computer to kind of do that. So those guys have the setup to do everything. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it down there. Hopefully we get this thing squared away today, and the Plaidessey will be able to go over 91 miles an hour and everything will function as it should. So cross your fingers, boys. Hopefully this works. All right, guys, we got the Plaidessey back over here at the electrified garage. Got Travis over here. What's up, man? Hey. Got their guy Laz in here.
What up?
plugged in, and what are we doing right now? Clearing the crash code.
Yep.
Like I was explaining to you the other day, even though you have a lot of things unplugged and missing from the car, it will skip over those ECUs, and it will program the ECUs that it can find. So it's basically what it did.
Okay.
You just didn't have the ability to clear the crash code. You know, we have the Tesla subscription, obviously, to
Yep.
take care of that
So
for
get
you.
that cleared. Try it again. See if it reacts to that.
Weird situation, but yeah, the thing definitely failed.
Yeah.
Why, we don't know.
Yeah.
So-
Hopefully it doesn't do it again.
Well, let's make sure the car's down when you go welding on it, because I know you guys are doing a lot of welding. So
Yep.
let's make sure the car's down. And I have to assume that's what caused it.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, we unplugged it every time we welded on it or did anything, but you never know. Maybe it just found its way in there somehow.
Maybe somebody was doing a quick one, you know, because it's basically a 5-volt converter. It takes 16 volts, converts it down to 5 volts, and then sends it out as a reference. So they're very delicate.
Getting a little tour of the electrified garage over here. Looks like they got a Model S battery out. How much does just the battery weigh?
Roughly 13.
1,300? Jeez. This is Rich Rebuild's Iced Tea. We saw this thing back at SEMA when I met him. It looks like now he has a supercharger on this thing. Guys got to knock the dust off this thing.
Yes, sir, we do. Our
Poor thing's
fly-by-wire
sitting.
went down, so we're waiting on that.
Dang, this thing is sick too.
It is, dude. We like it.
56 Bel Air with a Model 3 underneath it.
So this gentleman that built this thing did a really good job. We got to give him kudos. Cool build. This
that
is
is
what
sweet.
you need to deal with. This is your issue with your Plaidessey. This is your headlight module that runs on LIN bus. So basically you're just going to be converting LIN bus to analog so that your headlights work correctly.
Okay.
But this is something similar that you would need
I'm
to do.
sure I'll put you and Wyatt in touch for some questions.
Yeah, no problem at all. No worries. Here's some conversions that we do. This obviously used to be a gasser. Now it's electric, 140 horsepower.
Oh, this truck over here?
Yeah, just a little putt-putt.
So that's a 140 horse motor right there?
Yes, sir.
It's crazy how compact that is.
It is. Runs on 150 volts or so. The batteries aren't in it, obviously.
On this one too, do you guys plan on getting like all the backup cameras and all that stuff functioning? Are you going that
Backup
crazy
camera,
with it?
I've already got that.
Oh, they're
Backup
already
camera
ripping?
Works great. Yep. This car now runs in drives. It didn't when it got here. Runs, drives, charges. Obviously, autopilot, things of that nature are going to be way too technical unless they have a budget. You know, we can work on that. But we're in the process of getting the parking sensors to work for park assist.
Are you going as far as like door sensors so it
Yep.
knows when the door's open, all that?
Correct. That's what it's here for.
Damn, that's crazy. I'd love to take the van that far. Get all the little things working.
Well, you have us, so you have wiring diagrams. So there's no worries there. We got you covered.
All these things that were gas powered are now electric, and the one thing that was electric is now gas powered.
It's called a flex. We're hoping this will outrun his Hellcat that he has.
Oh yeah?
We're hoping.
See if it can outrun that Plaidessey though.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Rich, when you're in town, we're lining them up.
I'm sure he'll be happy to. You know, he's very sporty.
So what's the verdict here?
We're good. It seems happy. It's getting contactors left and right, so just waiting for an update to finish and we should be good.
There you go.
Yes.
All right.
The air compressor came on. It just lowered. We are going back up, guys.
Okay, we do have the yellow light, so I need you to ride it around one time.
Okay. What does the yellow light indicate?
It might need calibration. So once you take it around, let the car get familiar with the new bot module, and we'll know then. It'll be a simple process. We'll pull it in here in the bay. We'll do some measurements, type it into the computer.
So we got the Plaidessey pulled inside because we still had a alert come up since the suspension isn't level, since we've been tampering with the heights. So right now he's manually going
So
in
it's definitely
and
off.
setting the heights so we can get everything kind of leveled out, make the car think that everything's where it needs to be, because it does still have one of the ride control features disabled right now. So just got to make sure it's all leveled out, and hopefully we should be good to go after that. But the air suspension is working. We're not limited to 91, so we are looking good, boys. All right, so everything's calibrated. Everything's looking good. No faults.
No faults in your systems.
So when we did body swap this thing, we did want to get the body as low as possible, and we were worried we might run into some rubbing, so we're gonna have to get back to the house and address that to fully set it down on low. But right now he is going into the highest setting, which looks like we should have plenty of clearance there. So is that where max high is?
Yep.
Yep, so now he's going max low right now, letting our air down. And that's all the way low?
Yes, sir. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's just pretty good right there, not gonna lie.
Got stance now, huh?
Yep.
Yes, just stanced out, brother.
Roll those fenders a little bit, we should be good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad that it was just that module.
Just bagged out right now. That's all the way. Looks real good.
Now I guess if it happens again, then we know right where to look.
You just look for the bat sign, dude.
I know where to go.
Get some merch, get the bat sign, you get us.
Accidentally dug up the parking lot a little bit.
A little bit, sacrificial damage.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, anytime, like I said.
And if we have any other issues, we know where to go.
Just light up the bat sign, we'll be there, brother.
Yep, Electrify Garage.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, air suspension is fixed. I've been waiting to do this since we got the minivan body on this thing. We still might need to do some clearancing. I got it raised up right now. Hopefully it stays at this height when I put it into track mode and we don't have any rubbing, but we got the cars cleared out here and we're gonna see if the Plaidessey will whip a couple donuts out here for us. I think it's gonna look pretty sick just seeing a all-wheel drive electric minivan whipping some donuts. It's probably gonna shut off after a couple like it typically does, but I've just been waiting for this moment, so I'm ready. Well, here goes nothing. We got her on the drift setting. See what it does. Oh, yes, boys. That was sick. I don't think many people can say they all-wheel drive flat spun their 01 Honda Odyssey.
Dude, it looks so ridiculous.
How'd that look?
It looks sick. Not gonna lie.
It feels so cool in there.
I'm surprised, dude. It held a really tight circle right here.
And it went for a good amount of time. That was like 2 full rotations before it shut it down.
Yeah, we need to figure that out.
Yeah, I wish it would just let it go. So it is confirmed. The Plaidessey does sick burnouts. We're gonna put this thing in drag strip mode and see how far the front comes down just to get an idea of how much we're gonna have to clearance these fenders or try to roll them out. We definitely have to do a little clearancing in the back when this thing is set to low. But the front seems to clear just in normal driving mode, but when it gets into that cheetah stance, it does come pretty far down. So we're gonna take a look and why it's gonna warn me if it's really pushing on those fenders, and I'll stop and let it come out. We're just gonna see, because we have to get this thing ready for the drag strip at some point. You guys already know.
Oh. It's definitely pushing. Oh, no. It's just rolling its own fenders. It's fine. Oh, dude, it definitely had that whole tire over there. It was bad, dude. It was tire definitely tucked. Stance boys would be jealous of that fitment.
Oh, but it didn't hurt it.
No, it didn't hurt it.
Entering drag strip mode. Oh yeah, she is tucking. Dude, it fits pretty good though. It's not hitting too bad.
It says it's ready to launch.
It says it's ready?
It says it's ready.
Dude, we can definitely roll that out. So hold on, keep her in cheetah stance. So it is in cheetah stance, ready to launch right now. We're just gonna have to slightly clearance them so we don't cut these tires.
Yep.
But dude, I think we can make it work.
Yeah, I think so. Stance boys would be jealous of that, man.
Dude, it comes down far. It looks pretty sick.
You see this side?
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty sick though.
I'm so glad that module fixed it.
Yeah. That could have been such a headache. I mean, it was a headache.
It was a headache.
At least it works now. All right, you ready to go drive or what?
I'm ready.
Go do a rip.
You want to rip it?
Hop on in. We'll take her down the street. So badly this one. Punch it a little bit. Okay.
Oh, dude, that felt so much better too. Yes.
Oh, I smell tire.
It is rubbing just a little bit. Dude, but it's not all like boaty now, and it actually dead hooked
way
it.
better. Before when you'd punch it, it felt like it was gonna wheel.
Now it feels like it feels like how it was when we first got it. You know, it feels solid now.
Bro, you got beat by a Honda Odyssey.
Technically, the Plaidessey is unbeatable. If you lose to it, you lose, and if you win, you beat a minivan.
Right.
Congrats, bro.
Win-win for us, brother.
We are invincible.
Right.
Well, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. The Plaidessey is freaking up and fully operational. I'm so excited to just do some more with this thing. We do have to do some clearancing on those fenders, get some stuff to fit and not rub, but other than that, guys, we got the air suspension fixed. This thing's ripping again, and we'll have tons more coming up on the Plaidessey. hopefully here soon. But we got to get some of these other cars ready. We got some drag racing to do as well. So we got a ton of stuff coming up for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to get entered to win the Civic Type R. We'll see you guys later.